In the Winnebago County State's Attorney's Office, Detective Paul Reed stopped a vehicle with Ray Castro inside. Castro had several arrest warrants. The report shows Castro was fighting with officers when a teenage girl driver drove from the scene with Reed inside. He would fire his gun, hitting the girl in the leg. Police would later pursue Castro into Beloit when Roscoe Sergeant Robert Lewis shot him. He would later die from his injuries. The report says Reed shot his weapon to protect himself and Castro, who was deemed a threat.